All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry for the late start or the confusing start. I really had a long work day, and unfortunately things got a little bit worse for me and we had a few problems, and they had to call me at home and we had to fix it just as I was going on stream. So it's just funny how the universe works that way. But it's all good. Got it all fixed. Everybody's happy. And now we can finally hang out. So what's up, space gamers and everyone in between? Wherever you are, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, or now this morning. I again really apologize, because usually about now I'd be getting off, but now we're just getting started. Anyway, glad you could be here for IAE2952, day 1 in Star Citizen. That's right, Drake has taken over this year's Intergalactic Space Expo, and for those of you unfamiliar with the IAE is, it's like a car show but for starships. So each day, a different manufacturer in the verse is going to take over the show and show us their lineup of ships that are either have been debuted or in concept, so it's a lot of fun. And I plan on going to the show for every new day that comes out, and I'll try to stream those days, and hopefully you guys can join along as well too. So thanks for being here. This year's sponsor of the IAE is Drake Interplanetary, which is a controversial ship manufacturer, probably because they are the pirate ship of choice out there, and there's been in lore some suggestion that maybe they are purposefully marketing towards pirates, and with ships like the CUTLASS and BUCCANEER and I'm trying to think of another one, but they all seem to be teasing pirate names more or less. But anyway, the big news this year is that there's 2 new ships that Drake is debuting, and you can see one right behind me, which is the Cutter. We're going to get into that. That is their new entry-level ship. And I've been saying this for a long time, that Drake needs an entry-level starter ship. Well, it looks like it's finally here, so we're going to be able to check that out in the show. I'm super excited for that. And there's also the Corsair, which is their new explorer ship that we've been waiting for a long time. We were aware that that one was going to come out. And Bromway was hanging out with me the other night and the crew, and we got to check that one out. And I cut down that video and that stream a little bit to kind of sum it up. So I released that video a little bit earlier on if you're looking forward to seeing the ship, if you haven't seen it yourself already, or you just want to see our first impressions and shenanigans running around with that. I recommend you check out that video. So anyway, before we get into the show and before we start talking about what's going on today, I just wanted to catch up with my man, Jax McCleary, because it wouldn't be IAE without Jax McCleary. If you guys are unaware, the way things left off last time, Jax was kind of going through like a midlife crisis kind of thing, and he decides to head on off to Pyro with the new Misk Odyssey ship, I believe. And, it seems as though from all the marketing that they've presumed him to be dead, but that may not be quite true. So why don't we check out today's video to see what's going on the showroom floor, and see if there's an update about Jax. Because last year they did say he's going to be back.
Ingenuity, equality. These ideals connect each and every one of us across this vast empire of stars. As such, I want you all to meet the 2952 Cutter from Drake Interplanetary. Oh yeah. This ship embodies those ideals that we are truly democratizing spaceflight.
Who needs to hire talent when the aerospace CEOs are dying to get on camera? Hey, Jimmy?
Jimmy's back. It's all about Jimmy.
It's all about the hard-working people of the UEE. That's why we're excited to sponsor the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2952. See you in STEM.
Jax. Poor Jax. Rest in peace, Jax.
in the unholy hell? They think I'm dead? Unbelievable!
Oh, you did go off the pyro where none of us can go.
I cannot believe that they moved on without me. After everything I did for them. Would a call have killed them? Oh, hey, Jax, do you want to come back, host the show? I'm sorry, Jax can't take your call because he's dead. Bob! Ah, Bob, now, I need to take the Corsair.
Good one.
Now, I came out here to get inspired, and I've just been hanging around, tending to my garden, and pillaging and plundering with you lot.
Are you talking to me?
You don't understand, Bob. My bosses have killed me off screen. Yeah, I've got to get back to Stanton. Is this ship flight ready?
Whoa! Whoa, Jax! But you can't have my ship.
Oh, come on, Bob. You owe me. You stole my Odyssey right when I got to Pyro.
But you stole it back.
And crashed it.
And crashed it.
Well, fair point. Did the boys already chop that new Drake cutter?
Now, I told you I'm keeping that one. I kind of like it. Handle's nice.
Ah, the cutter.
Bob, please.
No.
But it's just sitting there.
You know what, Jax? Fine. If it'll keep you out of trouble for a while, you can borrow the cutter.
Thank you, Bob.
I said borrow.
Thanks, Bob.
Jax!
Bye.
Don't fly angry!
Right. Are we on? Ah, okay, right. Jax McCleary here. Obviously, I'm not dead. Just thought you should know. Looks like we're going back to Stanton. Here we go! Okay. Ah, throttle's over here. Interesting. That does make a little bit more sense. Okay. Here we go.
All right, Jax is back. I don't know why. I love these videos. And they seem to be taking more of a story arc towards them right now. Well, in the last, I would say 2 of them. Because I used to like really just talk about the new ships that had been introduced or whatever, but they've been adding a storyline, and I would say the last 2 IAEs. So I appreciate that. I think it makes it a lot more interesting to look at. Anyway, I'm trying to think, what would be the best way to do this? Why don't we go into the show, talk about the new ships that are there, and talk about the new changes that are out there. We know about the Corsair because that was in our last episode, but the Cutter is a ship that I'm really interested in taking a look at, and it's priced pretty well so that pretty much anyone can afford one. So I think, well, just looking at this right now, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, man. Is it a flying box or a station wagon? One thing that's sticking out in my head is I think I was watching DG360 this morning, and they compared it to the Spaceballs Winnebago spaceship. And that is kind of sticking out to me as far as the shape goes. It's not necessarily wowing me as far as how it looks, but I think the utility is going to be really good and it's going to be really compelling. So let's get into the verse. Let's get dressed. Let's try and breeze through this hallway. I know I'm late, but let's see how much fun we can have and how much, shenanigans we can get into. I have a Cutter in my hangar. Of course, you guys knew I would. So I'm looking forward to taking that out also. Hopefully we get a little bit of some of that action in. All right, I haven't decided how I want to look yet. This is very important. It's awfully hard with you standing in front of me to see one. Alright, we'll go in there, we'll do our usual spiel, try to look at all the ships, try to give you guys some useful information. Not a lot, but some useful information. Oh, look at these stars, how pretty. It's kind of pretty. It's like a planetarium that they're going for this year. Alright, it looks like we got the Caterpillar to the left, the brand new Corsair lineup, which debuted with some cool paints this year. Now, the Caterpillar, this is one of my favorite multi-cruise ships before the Hercules came out. It probably still is for hauling, because I think it looks like what a big hauler should look like, right? Not pretty. Huge honking Drake thrusters in the back. Very manly, very studly. Yeah. Alright, looks like it can carry a lot of heavy freight, which it can. The bridge, which we're coming up to over here, is supposed to be detachable, so it's supposed to be a small little ship itself that then reattaches to the main cab, so it'd be nice if they ever implement that. Right now it doesn't work in the game, but someday it will. And as you can see here, they've got the each one of these cargo modules has doors that open up on the side, which is like really cool. And then in the front here, I think there's supposed to be a lift, but I don't think it works yet, if I recall. It does open though, but it's not super useful in the sense that, like, if there's one thing I could say that they didn't do right on this one, it's that this ramp should come down so that you could load up a ground vehicle in here. Because this thing is like huge, so it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm hoping maybe they'll come back to this one and redo that. But anyway, it holds a whopping 576 SUs of cargo, putting it as the second largest hauler right now, I believe, right below the Hercules Starlifters. Let's see, we said the drawback was that it couldn't carry vehicles. I found it to be very fuel efficient, so it could almost be a daily driver, if you're crazy. It can hold itself in a fight. It's got one size 5 dual weapon mount. But I mean, this guy's got a turret down here, so you can see it can defend itself from pirates. There's also a pirate edition of this ship out. You know, not that Drake supports piracy, of course, but just so you know, there is one. But I just love the Drake style. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Rough, gruff, utilitarian. It's not, you know, it's no frills. It's not here to impress you or to look nice. It's just not what it does. But this mess hall looks a lot like the one in the Corsair, so I feel like they stuck to the design language here. It's also just a great set piece, though. I didn't remember that the beds were here. I thought there, if I remember correctly, I thought there was like crew bunks upstairs. I'm pretty sure. Well, this is like the cargo areas. And what's nice with Star Citizen is when you fill your ship up with cargo, you can see all the cargo crates. But you can see this is a modular design, so they have plans in the future where you're going to be able to swap out modules, for sure. And you can climb out here, fool around a little bit. It's been so long. I just love flying one of these down. Here's the cockpit. But I could have sworn there were crew quarters in here. Let's go down. Got some extra stations. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. More bunks. Okay. See, these same bunks were in the mess hall too, which I didn't recall, but I guess that's cool. And then I do not remember this, but I can't remember if this is supposed to be a tractor beam station, similar to the one that's in the raft. Okay, oh yeah, here it is. It's just totally no frills. Got your shallot situation going on in here. I don't know where's the toilet? Oh well. But just as a size comparison, we got out of the Corsair, which is very large, and looking at this one, you can see it's much larger, much more phallic looking, but at least I called it a caterpillar instead of a centipede. Yeah, it seems like Drake loves things starting with the C, right? Alright, stepping down to that, if you're not ready for a caterpillar, Drake has the Corsair for you now, which I believe holds the 72 SUs of cargo, so that's pretty good. I didn't have enough time to do my homework, so I don't recall where that sits, whether it's, I believe it's more than a what's the word I'm thinking of? A cutlass, right? Yeah, it's more than a cutlass and a freelancer. But I'm not sure if it's more than a MSR. I'd have to look that up. Mercury Star Runner. But it's a pretty good ship. The other night we were able to cram a Ursa rover back here, so that was nice. And I just fell through the ship. But thrusters look a lot like the Caterpillar. We talked about how this reminds us of a Star Wars ship, like an Imperial ship of some kind. Massive ship though. I think a very fun cruise ship to have. 4 size 4 dual missile racks. 4 size 5 hard points. 2 size 4 hard points on a wing. And that remote turret on the back. I still don't know what size that is. I want to say it's a size 2. It feels like it's very small. But I'm not sure. But yeah, the crew area, very similar to the Caterpillar, although I feel like you get more privacy in a Corsair as far as, you know, the crew accommodations go. I'm just not sure that I'm loving that the captain's quarters are in the cockpit the way that they are. But anyway, that is the Corsair in a nutshell. Drake's take on exploration. And if you're in a Drake ship exploring, you're probably looking to do some pillaging and plundering, so luckily it does have a docking collar, so you can do that. If that is your thing. Yeah, I guess, what can we say good about the Cutlass? It's an infamous pirate ship, but it didn't start out life that way. They actually pitched it to be the next very, what do you call it, versatile fighter for the UEE Navy. But UEE said, no, get that out of here. It looks like it's going to fall apart. We can't do a contract with you guys. And Drake was very upset about it. And they were like, well, screw you guys. We'll just market it to militias and pirates and all kinds of other people. And it became one of the most popular ships in the verse because it is cheap, easy to fix. All the parts are the same. Drake uses the same cockpit throughout everything. So, you know, out there on the frontier where the UEE Navy left people out, it became a very popular ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Cuddy started it all. And I think it's one of the better upgrade ships to go to. I mean, it's not a starter ship, but it would be like your next tier up, right? What do you call that? Like a tier 2 medium-sized ship. But it's just so versatile. It can do like so many different things. I mean, there are some problems, of course, because it is Drake. But you have like drop seats in the back here. This is your standard Cutlass, not even a steel, which we'll talk about. I'm not sure that's worth it. But yeah, so you have seats for 2 co-pilots. There's a turret. You got 4 seats in the back. So you can carry like 6 people. And yeah, you got your gun rack here. You've got your Cold War bed, Drake style. Turret here. Got the Drake cockpit, which is kind of nice because it raises you up, so you know you're higher up. More like flying an SUV, I guess. The only thing it's missing is a bathroom, which just seems inhuman. I don't see how they allowed this.
I was wondering. No, wait, there has to be a bathroom.
Well, the joke is the bathroom is the side doors here. The minivan drop doors, but yeah, I feel like the base Cutlass can be, you know, you can tune it up to be a gunship if you want to go into battle, although Drakes do have paper thin hulls. That's kind of what they're known for. But aside from that, it's that turret is means business. It's got these huge thrusters which really go fast in a straight line. I like that. 46 SUs of cargo, so that's not bad to start out. It's actually pretty good, you know, if you're trying to graduate from a starter ship. Eventually they're going to implement these arms up here, which are going to be perfect for stealing cargo. I mean, recovering cargo, of course.
Salvaging.
Salvaging, yeah. The other really nice thing about this ship is that its cargo bay in the back is big enough to accommodate some of the larger ground vehicles, like the Rock, for example. So if you want to go rock mining or something like that. Whereas the Corsair, I thought that the clearance was a little bit too low, so I wasn't going to be able to handle something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But 2 size 3 gimbal mounts, 2 size 2 laser repeaters, 2 size 3 gimbals with 2 scorpions on top. I mean, it's armed pretty well. 1 size 6 man turret. I think comes with size 3 PP repeaters. And a decent amount of missiles, so not a bad ship. But you gotta be like, you have to have a lot of strategy, because if you're gonna take a lot of hits with this, it's not gonna work out. Those huge thrusters in the back are gonna fall off, and you're gonna have a hard time getting this thing home, so that can be a problem. Coming up, the Cutlass Red. This was like my second favorite. It was actually my favorite Cutlass at first for a little while, until they nerfed the med bay in the back.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. I was glad I had gotten rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But what's really nice about the red and the blue is that they have those great lights on them, which are great for like role playing. It's just a lot of fun. This bay back here can still hold a rock in it, you know, so that's kind of nice. And you still have the med beds here, although now they're tier 3 beds, so I don't believe you can use these as spawn points anymore, but it looks like you can access your clone data though, huh? Well, that's interesting. Looks like it does have regeneration here. So I'm gonna have to look that up.
Interesting. Maybe they put it back.
Could be. Maybe there's been some changes. I wish somebody who was good at medical gameplay was here could tell me.
Yeah,
but you got some docking colors here. Well, don't be sorry. I should have done more homework, I suppose. And then, you know, standard Cutlass bridge. So it's nice. I think the big news coming out of this conference that I'm hearing is there's like, well, I shouldn't say it's rumors, but it looks like there's going to be a medical Pisces version that's going to be released on Anvil Day. And I think if the med beds are the same capability, I would lean towards getting the Pisces because of the size and how maneuverable it is.
Yeah.
Over
so they're
this.
putting med beds to Pisces.
Yeah, there's going to be a red Pisces. I'm not sure what they're going to call it.
Oh,
Maybe Pisces Red or something like that. I believe that's what I'm seeing coming out. So we'll have to see what happens on Anvil Day. See what they release then. But I think that would be your preferred, you know, quick medic ship. So I'm not sure where this puts the Cutlass Red. I feel like it's really lost its value over the years, if that's the case.
Yeah.
But, oh well, it is what it is. Now you got the Cutlass Blue, which is supposed to be the police enforcer ship. I believe this one prevents you from jumping into quantum. It's got a quantum snare. So, actually, I'm thinking hard about that. The Mantis I know does that. I can't remember how the Blue does it. Yeah, the Blue has a quantum dampener. Oh, so this will pull you out of quantum. Sorry, I had it in reverse. So it's a quantum interdictor, which is perfect for piracy or law enforcement, of course. You got your docking collars here, so you can connect to your victims or, you know, perps. And I believe this one has got some holding cells in the back, so it's supposed to be perfect for your bounty hunting types. I don't know if a rock can fit back here or not. This one I think is really cool, but it's not like the Cutlass I'd want to own. Just because, you know, this game loop isn't in the game yet. We can't go bounty hunting yet, so these cells are not quite useful yet. Or maybe ever. Alright, and finishing it up, the latest addition to the Cutlass lineup, and probably the most controversial, the Steel. The joke is the STEAL, because it is their dropship, but it, how should I put this? It's quite overpriced for what it is. Dropships don't really have a big purpose quite yet. And I think if you're going to get a dropship, probably the cheaper, is it Aegis one? Or Anvil one? That's little electronic warfare and boarding is probably the one that you want to get. But this one's kind of nice because it's got the turrets in the back. So, I mean, I guess it's a dropship on a budget, if you will. But Again, while they added all these drop seats back here, there's no bathroom, which I find to just be, I don't know. It's like an issue to me. It just doesn't seem right.
What, you mean 20 people in a ship and no toilet doesn't... That's not a worry. I would...
Yeah. Of course, I'm weird, though. I'm probably the only person who thinks about bathrooms.
I mean, it is something that you fixate on.
It is. I'm hung up on it because I feel like your ship is your home, like away from home, you know?
Right,
and I feel like for me, like I like role-playing, so it's hard for me to get into it. To imagine living in a place where I need a pickle jar, basically to get through, like long hauls, you know?
Yeah. I mean, at least you're a guy.
Just doesn't seem right.
Less, simple.
But anyway, that is our Cutlass lineup.
I need another burrito.
Exhausted. I'll get there eventually.
Run, Astro, run!
How big is this conference hall anyway?
Very.
This feels like a pirate song.
Just another blonde. Arr.
Yar. Alright, well, this is a fun room. We've got 2 new ships here and 2 old ships. I guess let's start with the old ships. So we got the Buccaneer, which is their fighter. Very fast in a straight line also. I don't find it to be the most maneuverable, but it is one of my favorite fighter ships. I just guess I have a Drake bias.
You do.
I must, yeah.
But it's a cute little ship.
It is. I feel like it's fast. It's got those huge Drake thrusters, and it does have a huge mount on top. I think that's a size 3. Let me double check. Yeah. 2 size 3 Panther repeaters, and 1 size 4 Gatling gun on top. So that's kind of nice. And 2 size 1 yellow jackets for the missiles. Missiles aren't great, but it's nice. I like the ship a lot. It's just, as fighters go, though, I mean, you're probably going to get more mileage out of your Gladiuses or arrows. I don't know. But if you're a Drake guy, I mean, you can't go wrong. I used to think it looked like the X-Wing when I first saw it. You know, the wings weren't big enough.
Yeah.
But obviously we got the Scorpius that fits that X-Wing fit, so I'm not sure what it looks like now.
Yeah.
Anyway, another one of my favorites, the Herald over here, which was like the original data running ship. And you just hopped out of it? That's cool. Another super fast ship because it's got like these huge thrusters in the back. But the joke is that it can't really corner at all. Probably due to these stubby wings.
It kind of looks like a handheld vacuum.
Yeah. In the Star Citizen universe, data running is meant to be more of a physical thing. Like, I guess they don't trust transmitting it over the wire, over the net.
Well, maybe.
So,
yeah.
I'm not sure what the lore is behind that, but
yeah.
you can actually see that the data systems, the data banks are hanging on the outside of the ship. We've talked about this before. It does remind me of that ship from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, the Raptor.
Yeah, is it the Raptor? Yeah.
I think it's the Raptor.
I think it's a cool ship. One thing that I think was an interesting decision is, okay, you've got the data operator here, and you've got the pilot over there. Very Drake on the inside, except it does actually have a bathroom, but there's no door on it, and it's right here.
Yeah,
So,
this is you have to be close with your crew.
Very odd. Very odd decision here. I don't even think there's a shower, but...
No,
yeah.
I looked just now. I was in there.
Huge oversight, in my view. You got your sink out here, though, that you can use for multi-purpose stuff. Looks like
Well,
this
I guess
person
you
needs
take
to
your
clean
little
it.
sponge bath. You know?
Yeah. And you got your Drake standard, you know, Cold War bed. I don't know, what's a better way to describe that bed? I'll have to
Super
think about
comfy
it.
bunk.
Alright. Now we got some fun stuff to talk about. Let's talk about these 2 new ships.
Yeah.
Should we start? So it's my first time seeing a cutter here.
I'm in the first one.
Yeah, let me see if I can catch up to you then. It does kind of look like the Space Winnebago from Spaceballs, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's not very big inside. Like, I don't even know that you could put
Nobody's asked me, but
a vehicle in there.
well, I'm thinking, what does it compete with? It competes with the Avenger, the Origin 100 series. It's not too bad though for a starter ship.
There is even a door on the bathroom, so
Only supposed to hold 4 SUs of cargo, so
yeah.
actually had a bathroom, which is, you know how I feel
Fancy.
about that. Yeah, for a starter ship to have a bathroom, that's something. I don't even think the Origin gives you a bathroom, right?
No. Mm-mm.
So you got a bed for logging in and out, which is good. What do we have here in a side door?
Click it.
Yeah, you look nice and comfy there.
I'm very comfy.
I can tell. Oh.
Click the handle.
That's storage?
Yeah, it's storage.
Very cool. Do that again because it was like super fast. Alright, I
Yeah,
guess because it's a
closes on
rental.
you immediately. Yeah.
You sure you're comfortable in here?
I thought I got up, but
It's
then I
doable.
didn't.
No, you got up, but
Yeah, then I got
it's a drake
stuck.
bed, so
Yeah.
looks like you got storage on top though, so that's not bad.
Yeah. There's storage up there. There's like no like little mini fridge or whatever in here at all. So you can shower and you can pee, but you can't eat anything.
Definitely have to take this out for a flight.
Yeah.
So it lifts up and puts you in there. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know people are making fun of how it looks like it's a flying brick, but I kind of like the way it looks. I don't know why.
It reminds me of like a Chevette.
Reminds you of a what?
A Chevette.
A Chevette.
Yeah.
Why? Like
I don't know.
It seems
It's
more like
all-
a station wagon than a hatchback to me.
No. See, this is like a little runaround vehicle, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Chevette.
It's
a
like your
little hatchback.
multi-purpose ship, more or less, when you're just starting out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can do your box missions in this. You might be able to steal some cargo in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how it's going to actually handle. It's going to be Drake, so it should have a paper-thin hull, so that should be a problem.
Yeah.
It's got 2 dual missile racks and 2 size 2 gimbals, so it's... I mean, there's weapons, but I wouldn't say it's great. I'm not feeling that. These look like they might be VTOL thrusters. I guess we'll find out when we actually fly it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as what can fit in the back, I don't know. Do you think a mule could fit back there?
You know, the more I look at it, and I just saw a mule a few minutes ago because they're what's downstairs. I think maybe a mule could, because those things are really tiny.
Yeah, they are. I feel like they would have done it so, I mean, some sort of vehicle could fit back here. PTV buggy,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't know about the new
Oh.
STV.
Yeah, like maybe one of the bikes.
But I mean, definitely, if you're doing box missions, whatever. I mean, this is your Amazon delivery truck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see that.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe Argo would be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to...
It's a
form an
cute little
opinion about
minivan.
this. Yeah, I guess. It's just... Yeah, it's very Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're like, well, we gotta like have an entry-level ship.
Yeah. And they don't.
It needs to be able to carry something. And I don't even know if they were thinking about the weapons, but I mean, it's just very Drake, right? They just don't care about the way it looks. They're just all about, you know, can it get the job done?
It's very utilitarian.
I like it. I mean, it fits the Drake, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Aesthetic. All right, let's talk about the EVE Online Venture, is it? Oh, I'm sorry, the Drake Vulture. This is Drake's take on salvaging. It's going to be the entry-level salvager in the game. This one I think is going to be worth a lot. It's going to be like what the Prospector is to mining, I think. This will be to salvaging when that comes out. Just kind of funny because in EVE Online this is a mining ship. But I do like how this opens up this way, so it looks like you could definitely get a mule back here, right?
For sure, definitely.
Yeah, right. And then
What is
this
this?
a lift?
No, I don't know what it does, but it
Oh,
stops.
I think this is like the
and
trash
starts.
compactor. It's like the salvaging thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you stick stuff in there and it comes out like a cube.
Uh-huh. It's Wally.
Pretty much, yeah, something like that.
Wally.
Get up there.
Eva. I'm working on it. Don't be pushy.
Get up there.
Wait. Okay.
All right. Tight quarters here. Was this like a ship for two? Or one?
One.
One.
One bed, but at least you can cook your dinner
Oh,
instead of just eating rations. I mean, if you're really close with your crew, but there's only one seat, so sorry.
yeah. One seat. It's got a bathroom.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Does the cutter have a bigger living area than this?
No, it's like basically the same size. Yeah.
One thing I thought was cool is that there is a door so you can walk outside from the cabin here. If I recall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like to the left of me, where the cockpit is, I believe there's a door where you can just step outside.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't get past your seat to do it, though. There we go. I'm outside
right.
now.
Yeah, you probably need to work on that a little bit. Yeah, I can see you outside. I'm not sure why you'd be out there. Like, maybe you want to be looking at stuff to salvage. I
Oh,
don't
like
know.
maybe something's stuck and you got to go out and like
Maybe.
throw a hammer at it or something.
How'd that guy get up there?
Oh.
That's weird.
Where?
There's a blue guy who's walking on a wing.
Oh, you're right. Excuse me.
Dude in blue
Maybe
armor.
Oh, there's a ladder
Okay.
right here.
I'll have to try that.
It won't. I can't. What? I don't know how he did it. What the hell?
Skills.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I had to find just the right spot.
I like the way the ship looks down. I'm not sure how big salvaging will be, or even how to open his door.
Apparently I'm gonna sit in the seat now.
I feel like I'm trapped.
Yeah. Quantum fuel is at 1%.
What's nice about this, though, is there's good visibility, which a salvager would need, right? Because you need to see stuff that you're scrapping.
Yeah. You can
That
definitely
makes
see
sense.
what you're doing.
Trying to get Buddy to step outside. Yeah, that movable chair thing is...
Like, I hadn't planned to sit there, but that's what I did.
It's a problem.
It's all.
I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's your vulture. I don't know.
Well.
It is, I think, still at the same price point. I believe like 140. So that's a tough one because I think it's going to go up in value. I mean, who's going to salvage in a reclaimer? I mean, yes, if you have an Oregon multi-crew, yes, probably, but I think most people who are going to salvage are probably going to want to do it in a vulture. So something to think about.
Yeah.
For sure. Walk the plank. Yarr! Because it is a Drake, right?
Yeah.
This is Talk Like a Pirate Day at IAE2952. All right. The Dragonflies, which is probably my favorite hover vehicle. Is it the only? I believe it's the only hover bike that's two-seater, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Definitely your plundering pirates hover bike of choice.
It does look cool, and it is fun to ride.
I could see like a gang of people in these two, like terrorizing people. You know, and all that naughty stuff. I'm trying to sit in this guy. I don't want to rent it. No. You know what I forgot to do is rent a cutter.
Oops.
Did you rent one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go run up there and get one also.
That's a good idea.
That one. Anyway, these are pretty cool. And you can fly them in space, which is kind of neat. And the price point's pretty reasonable, but I wouldn't recommend you buy it. These are the mules. And I see you're already
Hi.
in a mule there. Yeah, hi.
Hello.
I think you're right. I think this could fit in a cutter.
See, it's very narrow.
Which makes the cutter probably like the ultimate, you know. Like I said, I called it the Amazon delivery truck, you know.
Yeah.
It is your postal truck. Great for deliveries, and we know that the mule also does deliveries as well too, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think you're going to get a cutter because you want to do like combat. Oh, now it says it does fit. Okay.
Oh, you've confirmed.
What else do you think would fit in there, though? I'm assuming the gray cat buggy, right? Because that fits in everything. Yeah, it shows a mule. What about the gray cat STV? Do you think that would fit back there?
Maybe.
Anyway, these are a lot of fun.
They are.
In the back, you have the... I've never seen this in action or actually be able to work, but a package should be able to fit back here. Who knows with the cargo refactor if they're going to actually work that in there. But yeah, these are just a lot of fun to drive around, and I think they handle pretty well because of that three-wheel configuration.
Mm-hmm. It almost makes me want 3 wheels on a car. On
Yeah.
each side, obviously.
This is a great LTI token, but I don't recommend anybody buy this. It's got to be like super cheap in game, even though I don't know how much it is. Alright, let's
It's
check out
super fun.
the console hall.
It's only one thing in
Drake.
here.
Yeah, I think I know what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Release the Kraken. Drake Interplanetary. We got your back.
It's
The Kraken.
Kraken. But it's the
Kraken.
most detailed I've ever seen it.
One of the most expensive ships in the game. This is your starship carrier, I guess, which does look like an aircraft carrier today. Looks like this thing could land in the oceans and also float.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see if I can remember how many vehicles are going to fit on this. It's available for an obscene price, but I believe it's already sold out. I think I heard. They only like sell limited stock of these, of course. For
Can
the
you imagine
diehards.
if you oversold them and then everybody who owned one decided, you know, I'm going to bring this out today.
1 to 10 crew, whopping 3,792 SUs of cargo, size 8, size 6, and size 5 turrets, 5 man turrets, 4 remotes, 2 multi-purpose hangars, 6 landing pads, 4 fighter pads, 2 upper platforms for medium-sized ships, so think like the Corsair would be able to land on this guy. And as we can see from actually flying the Corsair, that is a big ship.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine how massive this is going to be. It's got its own dedicated Dragonfly base too for the little bikes, and it's supposed to have some luxury escape pods. Imagine that. And the privateer edition of it can act as a bazaar, similar to, I guess, what we're going to be seeing with the Banu Merchantman, whenever that comes
Oh,
out.
yeah.
let's start it out with the cutter. Anyway, while we come up with a verdict here, we've been talking about the cutter while we've been flying it, talking about how we feel about the cutter. I think right now it's $45. I thought it was a little bit cheaper than this one I paid for it. Yeah, I got the $40 one for bond. I think this is only available for a limited amount of time. If you get the IAE insurance, that's 10 years, right? 120 months is 10 years, is that right? Is my math good there? Anyway, so yeah, 10 years for $45, but right now you can get the lifetime insurance here, so it's a nice LTI token at $40. I think that's a decent deal. But I also think it's a nice ship to use in the meantime while you're waiting to upgrade it to something else. So I think as far as today goes, this one's probably a slam dunk as a good buy. Let's give it a best buy for the day. I don't think there's going to be too many of these. Well, actually, I'm wrong. Drake is a good manufacturer. I bet we could find some other good buys here. Dragonfly at $40. I mean, it's a ground vehicle. I don't usually recommend ground vehicles, and it's not an LTI token, so I'm going to say it's a bad buy, but it's a great buy in-game. Great vehicle. I like it a lot. All right, the Herald. Special place in my heart for the Herald, but it's not exactly a great ship. This is more of a guilty pleasure purchase if you decide you were going to buy this. Data running's not out yet. When it is out, the ship will be more useful, but I still think it's a better buy in-game. $85, probably too much to pay for a ship that can't corner and has an exposed bathroom. So we're going to give that a bad buy. Also bad hygiene. Kraken at $16.50. Limited stock. I thought these sold out already. Am I wrong? This is the base Kraken. I don't even think you can get this anymore, but I mean, let's face it. I mean, I love the ship. I think it's great, but I can't realistically tell a friend to spend this kind of money on a ship, so we got to give it a bad buy here. You guys are all my friends. I wouldn't do that to you. Bad buy, bad buy. But you know what's a good buy? No, I'm just kidding. At $2,000, the Kraken Privateer, 2,000 American USD. The Kraken Privateer is a bad buy. You know, give yourself something to stretch for in game, right? Give yourself something to go for in game. And don't do what I've done. I may or may not have one of these. Anyway. Moving along, we won't talk about that. On to the Mule at $45. This was a great LTI token at $40, but at $45, I mean, I've got to give the Mule, as much as I like this, a bad buy. I mean, these are great LTI tokens, but other than that, we know that they're going to be super cheap in game. Did your game crash? Anyway, bad buy, bad buy, bad buy. Great vehicle, though. I recommend getting one, as ground vehicles go. All right, this one's interesting. The Vulture at $140. I think salvaging is going to be a really good gameplay loop, and this is going to be the entry level into that. I'm kind of torn on this one because I know it's going to go up in price, and I'm definitely not going to like it when it goes up in price. I think I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say it's an okay buy, but you could probably skip it, and you could probably buy that cutter and start making money so that you can earn this one in game. But if you were to buy it now at $140, I mean, I'm not hating on you, especially if you got it with LTI. So yeah, you buy it with LTI, and if you change your mind, you can upgrade it to something else. So I don't think that's a bad deal at all. All right, going on to the Buccaneer at $110 for a fighter. Come on, get this out of here. Bad buy, bad buy. I mean, it's a great ship, but fighters, I think you're better served buying those in-game. Well, it's not even a great fighter because it's got that Drake paper hull, but I just enjoy it because it's got this huge, is that a size 3 or size 4 Gatling gun on top? And it's got that Drake quickness, but it does also have the Drake paper hull, so, I'm going to take it out for that. All right, the King of Freight, $330. What's the special offer on this guy? I mean, Caterpillar is a great ship. It's going to springboard you into a lot of stuff. I mean, if you got the money and you pay for it, I mean, I'm not hating on you, but it is technically a bad buy. This is probably something you should take your starter ship and work your way up to. But definitely getting something like this is going to springboard you into a lot of possibilities, in the sense that you'll be able to haul a lot and earn a lot. Alright, the Corsair at 250. That surprises me. That's a price hike. It's definitely up. But that was kind of expected. I think, yeah, I thought I saw this for 225 last year. So if you're paying all cash, you get a $25 discount. So that's probably a good deal for somebody who's looking to pay all cash, but it's just too expensive. I mean, it's a great ship, but I still think you're better off trying to earn it in game. So we're going to give it a bad buy for now. If you got this in concept, you did pretty good for yourself, I think. But the window to buy it, I think, has passed. Just buy it in game. Alright, Colorless Black at $100. This one I'm going to say is a good buy. I'm going to go out on a stretch on that one. Just because this is the type of ship that is very versatile. I think it holds like 47 SUs as cargo. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you got that big turret on top, so there's a lot of stuff you can do with this guy. You know, I think if there's a colorless to get, the base one is probably the one to get. And it is still probably the best medium ship out there. I mean, it's debatable, right? Those Misk Freelancer guys, the Misk boys, are probably going to fight me on this one, but I think it's still a good deal. What's not a good deal, though, is Cutlass Blue. Right now, I mean, you can't really use this for a lot of different things. You're paying a lot, $75 more just for some cool sirens right now, I feel like. You know, it does have the interdictor, you know, so if you're a pirate, this is the one for you to get. But, yeah, I'm sorry, I'd buy that in game. This one, I used to say this was an okay buy, but it's because of the nerfing to medical gameplay. I feel like I would put the Cutlass Red at a bad buy. I think you can just earn this one in game. I don't know. Somebody could change my mind on that one, but I think it's bad. No, it's a good buy, though. No, I'm kidding. Cutlass Steel at $235 is a horrible buy. I wish I could give it something below a bad buy for this one. But, yeah, I mean, it's a cool-looking Cutlass. I mean, it really is. Great paint job, all that stuff. But I feel like the dropship gameplay is not there right now, so it's kind of hard for me to rationalize this price. I think at $235, you're getting into, like, Mercury Star Runner kind of money anyway. Seems like you should get that instead. Alright, so back to the cutter. I think this one is definitely a buy, especially if we can get it at $40 as an LTI token. Go for the cutter. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun as usual. Sorry I didn't get to start earlier, but you know, sometimes life is like that. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. 07, and I'll see you next time. If you're on Twitch, we will be handing you over to somebody soon.